Just want to warn you, I got a little help with this speech. I just flew in from New Orleans where I'm doing a movie with Seth Rogen. And he punched it up a little bit, so if anything sounds arrogant or not quite as funny as it should be, you can blame it on Seth and the gang in New Orleans. So, faculty, parents, siblings, children of all ages, and most importantly, graduates. My name is James Franco. And I'm humbled to have been invited to speak to you. I hear we have a record number of graduates being honored today, and so I'm very fortunate to be here with you to celebrate that great victory. Congratulations. I hope you realize how lucky you are to be in this position right now, looking up on stage at a man with deep brown eyes, a flawless head of hair, chiseled good looks, staring right back at you. And I'm just talking about UT Arlington President Spaniolo. Leading the charge, Spaniolo, good stuff, thank you. In all seriousness, you are incredibly lucky. There's no feeling better than the sense of accomplishment that comes with graduating. It's such a good feeling that I've been chasing it for the past 6 years. I have a BA, a few master's degrees, and I'm pursuing a PhD. I actually think I'm developing a bit of a problem. It's gotten to the point where if I don't graduate from something within 6 months, I start getting the shakes and I break out in hives. Wake up with cold sweats and, cotton mouth is starting to become a problem. So, I'm privileged to be here with you to get a taste of that sweet graduation feeling. To be completely honest, I'm already getting a contact high just being here, so thank you for that. You might be looking at me on stage right now thinking, why should we listen to you? You never enrolled at UT Arlington, not from Texas. You have no connection to us whatsoever. You're just a spoiled actor. Celebrated the world over. The truth is, I'm not just a spoiled actor. I am also a filmmaker, an author, teacher, lover of pets, and an organ donor. The point is, I try to be a lot of things. I've been fortunate enough to explore various areas of interest in my life, and I hope all the same for you. Here comes set start. For it is the fool who puts all of his eggs in one basket. I say, spread your eggs around. Pick them up, throw them in every direction. You might be surprised where they land, and yes, some of them might crack or even break along the way, but some of them will remain intact, probably more than you think. If you don't like eggs, well, too bad. That's the analogy, but that's right for me. When I was 18, I wanted to be an actor. So I dropped out of UCLA, and I put all my eggs into acting school. And while that did work out for me professionally, it left me feeling a little unfulfilled in other ways. I felt like I was stuck. I'd become a relatively successful actor, which was my goal at the time, but I still didn't feel like I'd succeeded. My only measure of success were how well my films did at the box office or how well they were received critically. Oftentimes they weren't received well or at all. So it wasn't until I enrolled back in school and pursued other interests that I began to feel a sense of true growth. And ironically, school helped me become a better actor. It gave me a background of knowledge, the confidence to pursue my dreams, and a whole new community of people to work with. It taught me to listen, to communicate, and it might sound a bit trite, but it opened a lot of doors for me. Education, more than anything else, gives you an opportunity of choice. You choose what you study, you choose your classes, your professors, your study groups, your friends. In school, you learn how to design your own path. And the mere fact that you're graduating today proves that you made the right choices. Maybe not all of them, I'm sure that seminar on Friday morning, it's 5 hours long, it was something that you regretted, but it's all part of the learning experience. And that learning experience extends beyond your time here. Life is full of choices. Some may seem right, but turn out to be wrong. Like when I agreed to play the male prostitute in the film Sunny. Believe it or not, at the time, it sounded like a great idea. I thought it was going to be my midnight cowboy. But other choices may seem wrong that turn out to be right, like my 54-episode arc on General Hospital as the crazy artist Franco. That was probably the most fun I've ever had in my life. So the point is, whenever you make choices, make them with confidence, knowing that both right and wrong choices shape who you are as individuals. But also keep in mind that your choices as individuals affect those around you. Your family, your friends, your community. Take others into consideration in pursuing your life's dreams. Because decisions made in total exclusion of others can often lead you to a very lonely place. Now, you'll forgive me for referencing another one of my roles to illustrate my point, but I figure that's why you asked me here. So. Just gonna use it. Aaron Ralston, the character I play in 127 Hours, is a very accomplished climber who quit his job as an engineer to dedicate his life to pursuing his dream of climbing all the 14,000-foot peaks in Colorado. I don't know why, but that's what he wanted to do. On a canyoneering trip in Utah, Aaron's arm got crushed by a boulder and trapped him in a canyon for, you guessed it, 127 hours. There are precautions he could have taken that would have made his expedition much safer. He could have told his family or friends where he was going. But he wasn't thinking about the people who loved him. He was only thinking about himself. Trapped and faced with death, Aaron was forced to reassess his life, and he came to a realization. He had undervalued his family and friends in the pursuit of his dreams. It was this realization and his will to reconnect that gave him the strength to make it out alive. Aaron was lucky enough to begin a new chapter of his life. And now, you all find yourselves in a similar position, minus the boulder and being forced to cut off your own arm. It's a metaphor. Probably better than the egg one. So we're here today at your commencement, which is the start of something big. It opens a new chapter in your lives. I don't know if you feel nervous about leaving the safety of the net of campus. Maybe, given the uncertain economic times, I'm guessing there's a lot of you who aren't entirely sure about what you want to be, but the good news is you don't have to decide right away. Just because you're leaving school doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out just yet. We no longer live in a world where you're expected to commit to one profession your whole life. Nowadays, it's far more common to switch career paths once, twice, even 3 times. If you ask me, that's something you should be excited about. More than ever, there's an opportunity to explore your options. If you're heading down a particular path that doesn't feel right, change paths. If you don't like that one, just look to your right, there's another one. Lead down that path, there's a fork in the road, you can go down a new path. It never ends. There's always new directions. Don't be afraid to change your life's course. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. I try to reinvent myself every other day. So now that my contact high has materialized into a full-on buzz, I'll leave you with these parting words. Choices, they're yours. Take them, make them. Franco, Spaniolo. Good night and congratulations.